Hey guys, welcome. Kid here. I'm doing something a little different this week. I am running the tournament, not streaming it though, but I'm going to be recording these matches. These are going to be featured matches on the channel moving forward. I think I will continue streaming later on. Each match is every week on Wednesday, but I think just for this week and maybe the next couple weeks, I might just due to some limitations, I might have to record it and then upload it later like this. So first match here, we got Rika from the Chuni clan here. I believe they're on IMAS. Let me double check the stuff here really quick. Where did I put their deck lists? Here we go.
Start.
Got it.
Sure. Right. Start turn.
All right. So we got, it should be IMAS versus Haven here.
There we go.
Sure.
All right, Rika here is on, I want to say cute because they've been working on cute. Oh no, it looks like we're playing cool IMAS versus Haven here. Let me check out this Haven list really quick. Let me pull it up for.
Oh, you're playing Outmaster.
Yeah, I'm playing Outmaster.
Oh yeah, it's the strip Egg Haven. Looks like no major tech other than adding Phantom Wield Blader or Phantom Blade Wielder to the list. So we'll see how this match turns out for Cool Haven. Cool being the super aggro one, but Haven also having like access to like really good burn and push as well, as long with obviously Egg being such a great board clear and also pushing damage. It like anytime they get an Andromeda Egg pop off, I think like early on, it's just going to be really powerful for them into this matchup, but we'll see how it plays out actually. Because I do know there are times where you will be playing cool and they just kill you on turn 5. It's just like that quick sometimes, which is obnoxious. We'll see how it goes though. We have the book out here, really powerful card. Discard a card to Evo it instead of having to pay anything, so it can come out on turn 2 as a 3/4, I believe. Let me double check. It's a 3/4 and it has Bane, and when it last word as well, you deal 2 damage to your opponent's life total, which is good here. First thing coming out here, we got a Yuzu Kitami ward and lesson 1. You can bounce one of your own cost 1s or less to the hand, but on Evo, you get to bounce a cost 2 or lower to your opponent's hand. So this card is pretty big for cool, just to be able to answer a board like that. It does cost 2 to Evo, which is awkward, but it is what it is. They were already on 3 though, so they were able to set that up and kind of set them behind here. We got Tin Man coming down. You don't always want to be playing this at the board. Obviously, you want to get into the egg zone, start getting counters onto it. Ideally, going second as a Fable Haven here, Egg Haven. You generally want to hopefully see Alice on 3 because you have access to the Evo points to start building up that EX zone, so that when you get to that point where you get that critical mass down there, you don't feel as bad as to crack your egg essentially to clear the boards if you need be, or push damage that way, because you technically have an entire different hand chilling in your EX zone. Let's see how Rika decides to play out this turn. You don't really have a great way to really deal with Tin Man until it gets engaged as cool. I'm looking at the list really quick. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot they can necessarily do, especially on this turn 4 here. All they can really do here is they're going to be playing the Otoha Umeki, which is whenever you play a card, you can select an enemy fall and deal 1 damage to it, which doesn't feel too bad here. So they get to do this to get a ping it down a little bit, at least getting it ready to be swing into if needed, or answer it with maybe one of their own Precious Little Devil, which is basically their version of Snipe, and that along with the 1-drop here, or sorry, the 2-drop Otoha Umeki. You get to deal 3 damage to something, which is very, very good here since they'll be able to actually answer the Tin Man, but I don't think that is going to be happening here.
A card is played, select the enemy fall in the field, deal it 1 damage. So it looks like you already did it. Then I'll pay 1 for Precious Little Devil.
Yep, there it is, the Snipe. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the Tin Man here. They had it in hand already, looks like, which is good.
And yeah, I will pass turn. This is ward for reference.
So board setup good. We have a ward in the way, meaning life total is protected, though you don't really care that often as cool because we're just pushing the aggro game plan here. There being a kind of a wide board that's kind of annoying now. It's not a lot of damage immediately coming out, but the following turn, if something something like what's it called? Karen Hojo comes down next turn, pumping your board by 1. That's going to be a lot of damage if the board doesn't really get answered here. I feel like you're almost incentivized in a way to just egg this turn, even though you have nothing set up. If you happen to have egg, it's just such a scary state to be in, letting cool aggro have any board past this turn, because plays where they're just like dropping Rin and Hojo out to like dominate the board and like push so much damage, or Karen Hojo along with Rin Shibuya next turn would be very, very scary. You get 6 storm damage immediately, and they can also pump up Rin by paying 1 and less than 1, which they will have the play points to be able to do easily, meaning that they're going to get 7 damage out along with possibly another 2 or so along with the other swings here, depending if the 2/2 does get removed or not. All right, we finally see a copy of Alice coming out here. Hopefully we can hit something off the top here that can move the Fable counter into our EX zone, because that is not good if we don't see something like that. Hopefully tin Soldier or something comes out here. That would be ideal. Another Alice would be all right as well, since we'll be able to move those counters later on to another Tin Soldier if needed. That's what I'd like to see. I just now noticed the guy on the bottom here has the Force of Will playman. I believe that's Alice on there as well. Oh, we hit an Alice off of the top check 4 off of the Alice, which is good. 2 Alices, which means we're going to have gas 4 days, which means we probably do not care anymore if we have to egg next turn or so and lose our entire hand, because we are going to have 2 Alices to immediately gas us back up and present a 4/4 on the board. That's scary to deal with. Opting not to swing into the 2/2, very surprised there actually. I feel like you're just giving them extra damage. You're against the cool aggro game plan. I think your life total is very important in this matchup, and making sure that your opponent's board isn't full of cards that they can suddenly pump up and start swinging in here. Let's see if Rika here has the ability to punish them as hard as they hope. Here, I'd really much be hoping for like a Karen Hojo and even a Shibuya, Rin Shibuya, being able to give the Storm to Karen Hojo as well. Just be able to push that big damage here.
How's everyone doing? I'm just chilling. Hi, stream. If you can even hear me. I don't know if the stream can hear me. Back. Okay, cool. All right. I will pay 1 for brand new beats, and then I will do YouTube skill lesson 1. So banish this out. Select another card that costs 1 or less on my field. Return to its owner's hands. Rest of this turn, this ability can't be activated. So I will bounce this card. This card skill. When this card leaves the field, if a magical item was banished from my EX area this turn, I draw a card. So I'll draw 1. Okay. This would be pretty good.
All right, we'll pop in the skill off of the brand new beat here. It looks like we don't have the perfect punish here, getting an extra draw at least. Card cut does give something +1/+1. Interesting card choice to be playing in this list, but the combination with Yuzu kind of makes sense. Gives you something to bounce back. Usually I like to abuse Arisu to go ahead and get cards to my hand, but this works out as well too. All right, full board, we're dropping the Azuki Momoi, which is really powerful. This card costs 3 less to play. It's a 4 cost 3, 5 with ward, but it's technically costs 1 as if you have at least 3 IMS CG followers on the field, which obviously we do. Now we're presented with this 3/5, a 2/2 ward. Well, actually has +1 health here as well, or +1/+1 as well.
Same skill applied from last time. Once card leaves the field, if magic item was banished during in the exterior during this turn, I draw a card. Okay, that's pretty good.
So yeah, we're going to be pushing big damage here, along with having a really good board state to like kind of protect here with these wards. But I mean, obviously, if something happens here, 1 egg does answer this board, but we are trading a lot of life total here to just kind of push here.
That's why I was. Yeah, thank you for doing that. I completely forgot that I was playing cards. I'll go one face.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, 14.
Yeah. And one face. Yeah, I'm so used to Archer, where Archer has to be a follower. It could be any card on this one. Then the last thing I will do.
Are we gonna see a ward up here? Because literally, I think the only thing that really answers this board is like Book Evo gets rid of the 3/5 ward. Oh my god, we got
Enter award this as well.
We got the Karen Hojo coming down. I'm surprised they opted not to go ahead and buff the entire board, but I guess without the Rin as well, it doesn't seem as powerful. I don't know. They probably don't have the play points as well to do that combo this turn, honestly. But I mean, getting +3 damage this turn would have probably felt a lot better than having the 3/5. I feel like you're kind of overextending here just because it's Egg. They're going to have Egg at some point. They have Alice's on the board here to hopefully refill their hand. So if they have an Egg now, this is probably the best time because this one Egg is going to get to eat 5 cards essentially. Or technically 6 because we did pop a card, but it did replace itself, the Amulet as well. But Egg here seems like a really good option. Just going to clear up the board, clean up things. 1 for 5 feels pretty good. You know you're in the aggro matchup, so if you can resource them early on and slow down their game plan a lot, that gives you time to recover and start pushing your game plan forward.
Okay.
All right, so we don't have the Egg because if we find it off of this, or there's no reason to be playing Alice. If that's the case, we just need to probably find something to answer this board or some kind of ward or something. I don't believe the deck does play any special ward here. This is pretty bad for them. Next turn, if they don't really do anything here, they are going to just eat a lot of damage to the face, which at that point, they are probably going to just lose to any random storm off the top. This next turn, what we could potentially see something like, is that 4, 5, 6, 7, like 9 to 10 damage coming out, depending on how they decide to, whether they pump or they have storms, maybe even more. They could potentially have lethal, honestly, depending what they clear out here as well, which is kind of scary. I really think not clearing that 2/2 ward last turn was a mistake. I think you want to incentivize people to be crushing it, like the aggro matchups, to play control instead. If they get, if they are not greedy and they think they need to play for like a mid-range game plan or something like that, or even control-y, if they're wasting some of their attacks into your Alice, and since your deck obviously has very minimal heal, it's really, really good for you.
Sure.
Not swinging in with Alice. What is happening here? I feel like
Karen skill, I will pay 3, less than 1.
So what is this? 2, 4,
my field, +1 attack.
8, 12. This is just lethal. So this should be game.
Just to be sure. 4, 7, 10. I think I'm off by 1. Let me make sure. 4. We'll see. 4, 8, 12, 34. Oh no, I got 14. So yeah, and even that's at 3. I'm just gonna make sure. Sorry. 4, 8.
Doing some math here, though it doesn't really matter. You just push face damage anyway because your board is full. You can't do much after that anyway.
Let's give each follower field +1. This includes herself. So yeah, so you have no mana. 4, 8, 12, and 13, 14.
Right,
13, 14. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, this seems like a matchup where the Egg player just hasn't experienced the obnoxiousness of cool aggro and how it can just pop off like that. Also, not seeing an Egg early on to really answer anything, that's pretty bad. If they were able to stabilize off of an Egg, at least, that would have been really nice. Unfortunately, they did not get there. Well, hopefully in their next rounds they do a little bit better. But that will conclude round 1. We'll be moving on to round 2, which you can find in our next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Later.